Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to RC Insiders. If you've been around for the last few weeks, we have discovered this new tool brand. They're called Excited Work. We reviewed their angle grinder, we reviewed their impact drill. Both of those tools are performing great. So I went ahead and we landed this. This is a brushless rotary hammer drill. If you guys are unfamiliar with what a hammer drill is, its primary purpose is to drill into hard materials such as cinder blocks, concrete, bricks, and such. This is a 21 volt model. We'll go ahead and open it up here and we'll talk about a few of the key features that it has, get you a good look at what it looks like, and then of course we'll try to drill through some cinder blocks, right? What you get here is a brushless hammer drill. It does have a brushless motor with it, so it's going to last you for a long time. Of course, guys, just like any RC car, and I always say it, I know, familiarize yourself with your new toy. Read the instruction manual, get familiar with it. It's important. A lot of safety tips in here. And then when you're done with it, do what we always do with it. Alright, we'll go ahead and pull out the drill first to let you see what it looks like. It's nice and light, nice and sturdy, got some good grips on it. It's got some cooling fins here on the top to help dissipate the heat. Go over some key features of it. Of course, it has forward with the click of that button there. Reverse, just that easy. And when you put it in the middle, which is where you should always have it when not in use, it locks the trigger. The biggest feature for a rotary hammer drill, well, this one in particular, is it can be a regular rotary drill, or with the click and twist of a gear, it becomes a hammer drill. These are really nice to have around. If you don't want to buy 3 or 4 different drills to have laying around, go ahead and invest in something like this. You know, you can do everything that you can do with a regular drill, you can do it with this drill. Everything that you can do with a regular drill, you will need a hammer drill if you're going to do any type of masonry work or drilling into bricks or concrete, right? So this drill can do anything that a regular drill can do. A regular drill cannot do what a hammer drill can do. So this is the drill itself. And then just a quick overview of what you get in here. Of course, you got a quick charger. It charges the battery up in about 15 minutes to full charge. You get these nice 21 volt, 3 amp hour lithium batteries. Should have plenty of runtime in them. The battery installation just goes like that, right there on the bottom. You line up the slots, click it in, and if you just barely squeeze the trigger, that's your battery indicator light right there. That's showing 3 full bars. So we should be good to go. A couple of other quick things about it. The impact energy is right around 2 joules with this. So I would consider this like a light to medium duty hammer drill. It does have a no load speed of 800 RPMs, and then you just pulling the trigger, you can hear that hammer, and then you flip that switch, swing it over to regular drill mode, and it drills just like a regular drill, and then you just switch it back and you're back to hammer. I think the impact reading on this was up to between 0. It's a proportionate trigger pull, right? So just like on your RC car, if you pull it a little bit, your car goes slow. Pull it all the way, it goes as fast as it can go. So this is the same proportional trigger as that, and you can run it between, say, 0 and I believe you get 4,000 impacts per minute. So it's a pretty quick hammer drill. Also included in your case when you buy this drill is 3 bits that fit right in it. One thing you do need to know is it does have the SDS chuck system on it. So that's called a slotted drive system. So basically if you look on the end of an SDS drill bit, this is an SDS plus. So you're going to have these little slots in them, 4 slots. And you can get these bits for, you know, wood, steel bits, you can get them for anything. But primarily they're going to be used for hammer drills. So we'll go ahead and get one in here, and I'll show you how that works, just to make sure that you know you're going to get the right bits for the right job, right? All right, give me a second here, and we're going to just put this thing through the gauntlet and let you see the power of the hammer drill in action. All right, see you in just a second. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you if anybody's unfamiliar with an SDS plus chuck system. So a lot of times with a chuck, you'll have to pull them back to get it in. But basically with an SDS chuck, you just you line up the slots and you put that in there, and that will keep it secure in the drill. And then to release it, you pull back the chuck cover, and then you can see those slots that are in there. So basically what this allows, it's a rotary hammer drill, so it allows for rotation and hammering. And like I said, most of the time if you get those slots lined up, you just push it in, you hear the click, and then it's trapped, right? It's nice and secure. Just like any other power tool, guys, eye protection, ear protection. I'm not going to wear ear protection right now because I don't have it, but just a heads up, hammer drills are pretty loud, right? So they're meant to be violent, right? They want to be hammering into whatever surface you're drilling into, and they are meant to be violently going up and down. Like I said, this drill goes up to 4,000 impacts per minute. So we'll give her a shot here and just get an idea of what these things sound like and what kind of power they have. So you can hear the hammering instantly. And again, I don't have to push super hard in here. I'm letting the drill itself do the hammering. You can see that it has already started to penetrate into the cinder block. And just like that, you're through a cinder block. So just show you the difference, I'll go ahead and turn this over, turn that little switch over to regular drill mode, and you can see without the hammer, it'd take you days or weeks to drill through a cinder block, right? Barely makes a scratch in it. So then you take that little switch, spin it back over to hammer drill mode. We'll go ahead and do one more here just to give you an idea of how powerful these things are. And remember, like I said, this is a 2 joule impact energy, so I would consider this a medium to light duty impact drill. Not impact drill, I'm sorry, hammer drill. So let's go ahead. So basically, if you're trying to set anchors in concrete, brick, you know, such like that, you're going to need a nice hammer drill. Well, pretty powerful, I would say. You know, another huge advantage if you only happen to have one drill on your job site. So say you needed to switch, you needed to drill into some wood. Of course, you know, you have to have the SDS chuck, you know, bits, right? But then all you would have to do is simply switch your bit, and then boom, you could go right over to drill mode and drill into, you know, any type of wood or steel or anything else. So having a drill like this, a rotary hammer drill, you know, with the option to switch between hammer and rotary, makes a huge difference on a job site. So I'm going to keep this thing around on the job here for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, and then we'll do a little update on it and see how it's running. But as of now, for a medium light duty light to medium duty hammer drill, rotary hammer drill. This one feels nice and light. You know, it's compact. You're going to be able to get it into some places where you couldn't get a giant rotary hammer, right? Just keep in mind that it does have the SDS Plus chuck system on it. So, you know, if you're going to be drilling into metal or wood, you know, you're going to have that specific drill bit for it. But I do love the versatility of it. You know, just that easy to switch between hammer drill and regular drill. And then releasing the chuck, bit pops right out. As far as the drill goes, I like it. I like it a lot. Happy to have it. That's for dang sure. I'll look forward to having this thing, you know, in my arsenal. All right, guys. If you want to check them out, of course, I'll link to it. And if you want to check out those other reviews of the angle grinder and the impact gun, those are some pretty good tools too. And you know, fair prices, right? They're really good prices. And so far, the tools are doing really well. Seem to be pretty rugged. All right. Like I said, I'll link to it. No problem. Until next time, guys, happy bashing.